Yo, what is up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's one I'm gonna be opening up over 100 of these mega lucky dices, which increase your RNG luck by 10 million %. And on top of that I will also tell you all the tips and tricks that you need to know on how to grind them as fast as you possibly can, which by the way is very easy because you can simply AFK it. Also keep in mind that this is after the nerf. As you guys can see by my title, it's 1 in 1.75 billion, and I think it used to be 1 in 60-ish million if I'm not wrong, so they nerfed it pretty badly. But for new players it's still a very good way to get free huges. And on top of all of this, if you can actually run multiple accounts like I am, and by the way a lot of people are running like a lot of accounts, some people are even using over 10, but I'm sticking with 7 because I buy these dices as you guys can see where the merchant is, and with too many accounts I will be buying it way too slow, so I capped mine personally at 7. But if you can actually run and want to run more accounts, you can do that with your own choice. And the craziest part about this event is you don't need to be pay to win to actually have a very good chance to get a huge. Obviously here at the start you have plus 20% RNG luck and plus 40% RNG luck if you have those game passes, but you really don't need those because even my free-to-play accounts have hatched them, so it's definitely doable. Also, before I continue this video, I give away huges in my Discord server, so if you want to have even more chances for free huges, go join it. It's gonna be down in the description and maybe even pinned, just so you can join by one click. And also, did you know that subscribing to my channel increases your luck compared to the average player by a lot? Yes, it's scientifically proven as shown in the graph, so you know what to do. But yeah, let's start from the very beginning. Let's say you just entered this event, you'll see a very big egg in the middle which you can walk up to and just spam E to hatch. Or if you don't want to do all of that and want to AFK hatch, you can simply either manually click on roll or equip the auto roll, which I 100% recommend because it's basically free coins without doing anything, and you need coins especially at the start, which I will explain why in a minute. And if you didn't know, the coins you receive, the RNG coins, actually match up with the chances of these pets. For example, 1 in 16, that means I just received 16 of the RNG coins. But if you hatch like very rare pets, for example if you hatch a huge, and let's take mine for example, 1 in 1.75 billion, it doesn't mean I will receive 1 billion RNG coins, otherwise that's gonna be way too OP. You get a lot less, but you still get millions and millions of them. And in this small map you have 3 different houses. One is for the RNG upgrades, and the other is for dice merchant, and the last one for dice crafting. If we take a look at the upgrades, you will see RNG luck, RNG hatch speed, RNG bonus luck, and huge luck. If you start off, I'll be honest, you do not need to upgrade anything, but if you really want to, you can use a few upgrades for the RNG hatch speed and the egg luck. And also I recommend to buy one upgrade for the bonus luck because I believe it's gonna be at ×2, which is very good to have every 10 rolls, but you do not need to waste a lot of coins on them unless you get like millions and millions like I do, because the starting point is the most difficult one because it takes the longest. Because one, you need to buy these dices you have with the merchant, and by the way it restocks very fast. I think it doesn't even take a minute to restock, so always keep an eye out for that to keep buying. After you have like thousands and thousands of these dices like I do, you come to the dice crafting and you will see 3 options: lucky dice number 2, mega lucky dice, and mega lucky dice number 2. It takes 5 of the normal ones to make one of the gold one, which increases your luck by 150% for 5 minutes, and then you have a very big jump straight to 1 million. But obviously this is for one roll only, but it's still very OP. And the ones I'll be opening up is the mega lucky dice, and by the way you need 450 of these normal ones to create one single of these mega lucky dice. And if you have played this update, you will notice that dices are not the problem, but it's the RNG coins, especially at the start, because you need to get lucky somehow to get very good pets to receive the coins, so you can buy even more of these expensive dices which are OP. And also some of you might be confused about how you can AFK this. Well, let's say you go to sleep, put on auto roll and get to the merchant and have like a tiny task, for example. That's what I use personally every time I AFK. You can put it on continuous playback, start the recording, click a few times on the buy options, and also by the way you gotta click a few times, especially on the last one, because sometimes you can buy multiple ones. After that is done, you can simply stop the recording and just click on replay, and after that the tiny task is gonna take over and just keep on repeating until I stop it. And obviously if you have multiple accounts, only difference is you gotta switch the windows after each time you've bought it out, and yes, that needs to be in the recording as well. But after you've done one recording, you can simply save it and reuse it every single day, and just like that it instantly restocks. That's what I meant by you gotta keep an eye out for it, because it restocks very fast sometimes. but enough yapping and let me start creating the 10 million lucky dices. But before I show you guys the time lapse, I need to say, when you make the dices, creating the first one is usually not a problem because it's pretty cheap. It will only cost me 200 something thousand. But the most annoying part is the next one. For example, I can create 77, but I'm lucky that I have 12 million RNG coins, which usually you will not have enough coins to create all, because you need at least 300k RNG coins to create one single of the best one. So if you have that issue, I would recommend to create it one by one until you have 3 of these 1 million RNG lucky dice. After that is done, I would recommend to create one of the 10 million% one and simply open it up. Where is it at? And also, I personally do not think the bonus roll affects it, because I've already opened to like 100 plus of this and it didn't really give me better luck really. But if you feel like it affects it, I would recommend to keep auto rolling until the bar fills up and open the 10 million% one when the bonus roll is ready. So for example, let's see if I will be lucky with the bonus roll. And yeah, 1 in 1 million. That's actually not too crazy, but it's pretty good because now I can buy 3 of them if I had enough of the 1 million% lucky dices. But now without further ado, enjoy the time lapse and I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Also, if you come across a problem like I have at the moment, which means I do not have a lot of RNG coins, what I recommend you to do is open one or a few of these 1 million% chance, because you need the coins regardless, which I will do right now. I will create one and hope that I will get a good pet that will give me a lot of coins. So let me open a few. Let's roll this. And for example, 1 in 20k is one of the worst things you can receive. So it is still RNG based as the name says. So you gotta keep on repeating this process with the 1 million%. Yeah, again, very bad, until you get a strong pet that gives you a lot of coins. So it can get very annoying like this. For example, again, very bad. But once you hatch, for example, one of these 1 in 999 million pets, you'll actually have such an easy life in this event. For example, 1 in 850k is very good because now I can create one of the mega lucky dice. I just do not have enough of the normal ones. So for example, one more, and here it is. And that's how you fix the issue. Anyways, back to the time lapse. And here we have it. I actually didn't manage to fuse everything because I still need to get some coins, but that is gonna be doable while I open up the dices. But yeah, this is the result so far, and I still got a lot of those gold ones, which will be used by the end of this video. Also, another tip, before you start opening up the big boys, I recommend you to use the normal lucky dice and the divine lucky dice, because it still gives you luck for the remainder of the time, which is recommended. I don't exactly know if it 100% affects it, but better safe than sorry. So let me start opening up the big boys real quick. Actually, I'm gonna use all of them and auto roll this, and let's see. 1 in 200k, that's already a very bad start, but I have legit over 100 to open, so I still have hope. Enjoy the time lapse. Oh, I'm actually hatching a huge. Let's see. Okay, 1 in 50 million. Nothing too crazy, but it's still a huge. Let me open it up and see which one it was. I think, yeah, it was this one. 73 million diamonds. Hey, I'll take that. Okay, another huge egg. I'm actually getting lucky. Another normal one. Honestly, I'll take any huge I get, so I'm happy regardless. Use 7. I'll also use this. Why not? And by the way, if you're curious, no, they do not stack because it says it's cute. Otherwise, it's gonna be very OP. And this is gonna be it for my main. I did not get any crazy pets. Just those 2 normal huges, which honestly is pretty good. 146 million diamonds. Hey, and that's what I mean by it's very good for new players, because you guys can make legit a lot of money. This update is really just free diamonds for everyone. Anyways, for my alts, I was thinking about doing a time lapse, but even with the time lapse, it's gonna take ages. So I'll get back to you once everything is opened on all of my accounts and show you guys the results. Alright guys, I am back, and it actually took me 30 minutes to open all. I underestimated how long this would take, not gonna lie, and it was way over 100. I was wrong about it being just 100. No. I think it was even 200-ish. So So what are the results, you might be asking? And guys, even after the nerf, I'm not gonna lie, I am very surprised. I got like 8 huges, I believe. My main hatched 1 or 2. I actually forgot which ones. My first alt also got a golden version of it, and geez, they're actually cheap, 58 million only, but still a huge is a huge. My second alt also hatched 1 normal huge, the owl, which I appreciate. My third alt, let's see, did he get any? And I actually don't think this alt hatched anything. I believe we already had this one, so that's bummers. And this alt, by the way, I remember this one. He had some crazy luck. 2 golden huges, 1 in 150 million, I believe, and a normal huge. It shows how RNG based this event is, really. And then last but not least, my last alt, I hatched 1 normal huge on it, and this alt also had one of the most dices. But yeah guys, this shows that it's still very good to get huges even after the nerf. So if you're new, especially if you're new and don't have a lot of huges and don't make a lot of diamonds with farming normal worlds, I would 100% recommend you to jump into this event area and just AFK. And remember the tips I gave you at the start of this video. You don't really need to upgrade anything here. Maybe if you want some hatch speed, egg luck, and as mentioned, one of these RNG bonus luck. Also guys, someone mentioned this to me, but I'm 99% sure that economy mastery does not affect the dices you get from the merchant, because one of my alts had more dices than my main even, so I highly doubt it actually matters, to be honest. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna be ending the video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.